Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Malinga Sise of Urban Harvest Organic Farm. For all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, I am so grateful. And for those who are still new, please kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel. Today I'm super excited because I want us to address a very serious issue in poultry farming, and this majorly among the layers. It is called egg binding. This is a condition where a hen will fail to pass out an egg and it gets stuck in the oviduct, and if you don't address that problem very fast, you realize that you'll end up losing that bird. Personally, I lost so many birds in my previous flock. You see, birds are very healthy, but when you enter the chicken house, you find one hen is dead. And when you get it to slaughter, because most time I slaughter it to find out where the problem is. So when you slaughter that bird, you realize that an egg has got broken inside. So this is a very serious condition that those who are doing layers should pay attention to. So today I want us to look at the factors, because there are so many factors that leads to egg binding, and then there are also organic remedies that you can use to prevent your birds from getting this condition. And then for those who are already affected, there are also solutions, organic solutions that you can use to at least rescue that bird from that. So I want us to look at that today. And if you're still new, please consider subscribing. Remember, we want to make 100,000 subscribers, so please stay tuned till the end and I'll be right back. So as I told you earlier on, today I want us to understand deeply about egg binding in poultry farming. We are going to look at the factors that lead to egg binding. We shall look at the signs of egg binding, and then we shall look at the preventive measures, okay, that we can apply in our farms to protect these birds from getting this egg binding. And then we shall look at the herbal remedies to cure and manage egg binding in poultry farming. Now, when we come to factors, you realize that nutritional deficiency can lead to egg binding, because last time I said, let us mix our feeds well with all these nutrients, because lack of calcium and vitamin D or other essential nutrients weakens the muscles that are needed for egg laying in our birds. And then when a bird is overweight, okay, obesity or lack of exercise, if a bird doesn't do enough exercise, now this comes to birds that are in cages. You realize birds in cages always are in one position. They don't even have the chance to do a lot of exercise. So some of them ends up becoming so overweight, which can lead to this egg binding. So please let us make sure that we avoid this. And then when the birds are dehydrated, dehydration is one factor that leads to egg binding. That is why we must give these birds enough drinking water at all time, because this helps as a lubricant to help these birds from when passing an egg, okay? And then when a bird is stressed also leads to egg binding in poultry farming. So let us avoid stress at all times. And stress can come about when so many new people enter the chicken house, when things fall inside the chicken house. Last time you guys saw when I was dusting these birds, just one of the clothes that we are going to use to partition the house fell down, and how these birds ran up and down. That is also very bad, okay? And then you should always have a specific uniform you enter inside the chicken house with, because if you put on these dresses that have weird colors, you realize these birds also run up and down. That also stresses these birds and leads to egg binding. And then also illnesses among these birds, because conditions like infections or reproductive disorders can contribute to egg binding in poultry farming. Now, when we come to the signs and symptoms of egg binding in our farms, you realize that a hen, if you see your hen appearing so weak and so lazy, probably it is affected by egg binding. And then a bird loses a lot of appetite and so reluctant to move. The bird will just want to stay in one position, not feeding. Probably it is affected by egg binding. And then if you realize that the abdomen or near the vent is so swollen, please try to check that end. Probably it is affected by this egg binding. And then the bird will be waddling when it is moving. That is also one sign and symptoms of this egg binding. Or the sitting position the posture, it will have like that arch sitting posture, okay? When it is sitting like it is arching. That is one of the signs of egg binding in poultry farming. And then when you see a hen overstraining or repeatedly making attempt to lay an egg and it is not coming out, probably it is affected by this egg binding. Now, what are some of the preventive measures you can take to make sure that these birds don't be affected by this egg binding? The first one, make sure the birds have enough calcium in their feeds. Okay, you can give these greens to supplement on that, because this calcium helps strengthen the muscles contraction for pushing an egg out. And make sure that you provide enough drinking water for these birds. This will also protect these birds from getting this egg binding. And then make sure the hens get at least enough exercise. So those who are having the deep litter system, okay, you are at a safer side. But with cages, it is a bit of a challenge, because there is no way that hen will come out to do an exercise to protect it or prevent it from becoming so overweight. And then also another way you can give, you should always measure the feeds. Don't just give your birds feeds without measurements. I've talked of measurements here several times. So by now we know an hen is supposed to take 120 grams every day, not exceeding that, to avoid a bird being overweight or to be at obesity. And then of course giving the feeds with all the nutrients. I've talked about that before. Now let us look at the herbal remedies to cure and manage egg binding in poultry farming. So if you realize an hen has some of these signs and symptoms, the first herbal remedy that you can apply is to give that bird a warm herbal bath and massage. Okay, you will soak the hen in a warm bath infused with ginger tea for about 15 to 20 minutes. This will help relax her muscles and stimulate the egg movement. And then gently you will massage the abdomen towards the vent to encourage the egg passage. This will help that hen a lot. And then the second herbal remedy that you're going to give this bird when you see some of these signs is the olive oil or the coconut oil. You are going to give a few drops orally, and this will help to lubricate the reproductive tract. Then you can also apply the small amount of warm coconut oil or olive oil around the vent. This will also ease the egg passage. Another herbal remedy that you can give this bird when it is affected by egg binding is the aloe vera and garlic. You're going to mix all this in the drinking water. First of all, the aloe vera helps in reducing inflammation and promote the smooth egg passage. And then garlic also helps in preventing infection. And then another herbal remedy that you're going to give this bird when it is affected by this egg binding is the moringa and turmeric. First of all, moringa strengthens the hen's reproductive system and prevents egg binding. And then turmeric has anti-inflammatory properties that reduce on swelling. And then another herbal remedy is to provide enough calcium-rich food to this bird in a way that you can crush the egg shells and give to this bird. You can give this bird oyster shells. You can also give the green vegetables. This will prevent future egg binding. Okay, and then ensure that the bird gets enough vitamin, especially through the sunlight. This will also help a lot. So those are some of the herbal remedies that you're going to use when you see some of these signs among your hens. Now we are going to collect the eggs, but I want to tell you that the new formula that we are using is still doing so well for our birds, because I've not noticed any reduction. And then also we are still giving the guava leaf and the mango leaves mixed with the ginger in the drinking water. So let's go inside the chicken house and do a few things. See you right there. Kukan, dia kukun. Mana gue nanti minta taruh tapi, kau sih berapa? So guys, these are the trays that I've collected, but remember we've changed the feeds, and changing any changes that is inside the chicken house can affect the production. So we have managed to get 9 trays of eggs, but I'm really working hard to make sure that they go back to 10. But this is because they had the fleas, then we've changed the feeds, so I think that is also what has affected these birds. But honestly, we can still say the birds are performing well. Now I first want to remove the drinkers, because I've seen all my drinkers are empty. So let me also remove the drinkers before I will take the eggs out. But remember, we are still giving the mango leaves, the guava leaves, and the ginger. We are still boiling it and giving it to the birds. I'll give at least for 3 or 5 consecutive days. So for today, that is all I had for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for always coming back. Thank you so much for loving me. But if you're still new, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that you never miss out any upload. Share this video, comment in the comment section down below, and I will be so grateful. See you next time. I love you all. Bye-bye.